Hey, pre-notification gang. Coming along great, Rip. Thanks, resub Fledge. And the resub Majora, Real Deal, and Thawne. And Fire. And the resub Yeet, Kingdom, Gaming, CJ, Poloni, and the Prime Pablo. And the resub C. No, I'm not doing any art place. Thanks to Prime Ezwa, and the resub Queen, Electronic, and Alec. Oh, sweet. Thanks for that safety. Planning on playing Viewfinder? Yeah. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Give it a try. Thanks to 2 gift subs, Horde and the resub Josh, Solar, Easy, and the Bits Jack. Congrats on the new car, Jack. What's the plan tonight? We're gonna go over some wacky shit and then doing more Remnant with the boys. Give me 2 seconds, just sending a text message. Okay. Thanks to Tier 1, Eddie in the resub, Wake, Joe, Lava, in the Prime, World War II US. Seen the new Lamino video? Not yet. I saw he posted it. I'm very excited to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. Thanks for resub Insanity. Thanks to Prime Origin and resub Alston, Bitch Shack. What do I think of The Walking Dead ending and splitting into spin-offs? Cash grab or expansion to the universe? Brother, Walking Dead has been bad for a long time in my eyes. I dropped at season 6, I think. But I did not hear about the Rick Grimes spin-off called The Ones Who Live. That's kind of wacky. Thanks to Tier 1 Jade, the resub Cucumber and Puma. The Bits Rizzy. You see that Xbox has created the world's first pizza-scented controller. Can't say I saw that, nor can I even pretend to be interested. But I do love to hear some goofy stuff, so congrats to them. I'm glad they did it. Thanks to the resubs Smooth, Puma, Vex, Poor, Delusional, Dutchy, and the Prime Meme, and Sade, and the Bits Dub. And the resub Mike. They changed the Twitter logo into an X. I know. It's in full effect. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Mike. Thanks, man. What are your feelings about the solar flare fear-mongering? Very inefficient, because I haven't even heard of it. What's the solar flare fear-mongering right now? Let's see. How an ancient solar flare illuminated the start of the Viking Age. That doesn't sound scary. The Vikings have been dead for a long time. Unless the fear-mongering is that they're coming back. What's all this about the solar maximum? Is that what it is? The solar maximum? There's the resub. Check, bias, ace, and the bits, dashing, and butter. And no, I didn't hear that butter. Sounds about right, though. Did you do anything on our place this year? No. I did not. Thanks to the gift sub cam. Thoughts on the... Oh, yeah, I saw... It was like a $330-something million offer. Which is crazy. Thanks to 5 gift subs ethereal. Oh, it's more. It's 700 million? Are you sure? I saw it was like 300. $332 million bid. But it's over $1 billion. Oh, wait. Oh, the $332 million is a transfer fee with a $776 million salary offer. Wow. 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 That's wild. That's a lot of clams. Thanks a resub, dong. He won't take it. Probably not. Like Messi, for example, went to Inter Miami because it's casual. He doesn't really need a crazy amount of money, so he took like a lower offer to go to Inter Miami because it's just low lift. He gets to relax, and the money doesn't really matter at that level. He already rejected it. Oh, that was quick. Thanks for the gift, so Betty. And the Prime Ultra. He's starting his prime. That's true. But there's always something you gotta consider. You can't tell the future. He could get injured and then turn into absolute trash. It's possible. So I'm a little surprised that he shot it down so quickly. Usually this is obviously a life universe changing offer here. Good on him, though. I hope he stays healthy and I hope he has a great career. But I'm just saying, like, this isn't exactly an easy thing to turn down for anyone in any position. Especially because it was just a 1 year offer. Thanks to tier 1. Us rotten. He's so good, though. Even the best player in the world after an injury can become bad. An injury can just ruin everything. Thanks to resub Kermit. Prime Ballistic. Give sub Eddie. Like Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is one I always think about, but I think an even better example is Lonzo Ball. His dad ended his career off of some shitty shoes, and now his son hasn't played, and most likely, well, I won't say most likely, may never play again from an injury. Lonzo Ball could have been a phenom. You don't know the future. And this is a 1 year offer, which is crazy. No, he already turned down this offer already, apparently, which I didn't know. But according to chat, he's already turned it down. I'm just saying that's wild that he did it so quickly. Usually that'd be something you'd think about for a bit. But he's already got a ton of money anyway. Maybe he's making like an outrageous amount already, so this is kind of negligible. I mean, it's not negligible, but maybe it doesn't have that much meaning to him because he already has a crazy salary. Thanks for some hydration, Kirby, Dragon, and Koi. Thanks the resub, Doc. He gets 2 mil per month as it is right now. That's a pretty goddamn good salary. Thanks to the bits, dogs. But also, actually, kind of low for someone of his talent, actually. I would have thought it'd be higher. But then again, he's just now hitting his prime, so it will get higher. $1 billion? How is that low? I wish people, like, listened. We're talking about his current 2 million a month, apparently. Thanks for resub, Tori, David, Seth, Cricket, and Tier 1 Delaney. And the Bits Shack. Oh, gotcha, dogs. It's 2 million a week. Oh, 2 million a week is very, very different. That's a wild difference. Thanks for resub, Nelly. You planning on playing any My Friendly Neighborhood? Maybe. We'll see. Thanks to the resub diaper. And Big X. You hyped for Evo? I am. I'm very excited for Evo. Yeah, I've got a follow-up to a story we talked about a few days ago. The Carlee Russell kidnapping cinematic universe. For those that don't remember, I'll fill you in real quick. This lady, Carlee Russell, said that she had seen a toddler walking along the interstate. And being the good Samaritan that she is, she pulled off to the side of the road in order to, help the toddler out. But while doing so, she was kidnapped. She got taken. And for 2 days, she was missing. And then she returned and said that she had been kidnapped. So police started investigating, and things got really weird because they checked her search history, and she had searches like, can you pay to send out an Amber Alert? And then looking up, I think it was taken, right? She was looking up shit like that. And apparently she had actually come back with money. So her kidnappers gave her a little goodie bag parting gift of some money. And then also apparently she had stolen from her work right before disappearing. And then there was also no other calls to report a toddler on the side of the road. So the whole thing was a bit fishy. And now today her lawyer came forward and said that she made it all up and she's hopeful that everyone will forgive her. which is kind of a big ask. Because right now my question is, why? What was the point? I don't really understand the motivation. I've read a couple theories, but there's nothing concrete yet. But the whole thing was a bunch of baloney. A whole load of fish paste. Thanks for resubs, Suede, Nitro, Carlos, Mayonnaise, and the gift sub Lone Wolf. And the Prime Blizzard has to be for attention or clout. I don't think so, though. I mean, maybe it's possible. Does this have the... oh, this is live. Where's the little press conference? I want to pull up the clip. There's certainly other ways of getting attention and clout as opposed to faking your kidnapping.
Still has more questions than answers. Carlee Russell is now home safe. The 25-year-old disappeared Thursday after she pulled over on the interstate after spotting a child on the shoulder.
Okay, this must be old. Where's the one with her lawyer coming forward? Is it going to be here, maybe? Oh, my God. No, it is here. Oh. Gee willikers, I'm lucky. We'll have to watch it like this. Nope, it's muted. You won't get me that easily, Independent. I'll find it elsewhere. Where's the one with the lawyer? This is the
certainly
reporter.
The news that the police had suggested could have been the case last week when they put forth a lot of information that raised questions about some of the claims that had been made by Carlee Russell. But as we saw there, this is our first chance getting to hear from Carlee Russell, at least through a statement made by local attorney Emery Anthony, saying that she admitted that this was made up. Not just the kidnapping, but the abduction that she said led to her stopping on the side of the interstate. And she
No, I think this is just going to be the recap. I don't think it's going to have the other part.
A public that had become enthralled in this case, right?
Well, he really wanted to say enraptured, but gave up.
Child on the side of I-459, and that she'd been abducted trying to help a child, a good Samaritan. And as we now know, this case was made up. All of the details were, and this certainly is where it appeared to be heading, again, given what we had learned on Wednesday. The chief said that they had asked for a second interview. It appeared for a moment that was going to happen with counsel. Criminal choice, that was severity.
No, not here. Oh, here we go. Nope, wait. There's still... Is this the lawyer? I don't remember now. What if the kidnappers told her to say that? That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if there would be a way to spin this into a conspiracy. Like, her kidnappers worked for the government, and now they're forcing her to say that it was all made up in order to protect their innocence. I feel like there's definitely a way to spin something conspiratorial off it. Thanks to the resub showed Dominic, Samuth, Bob, Lemons, Johanna, Bats, Philly, and Tier 1 Northside Wolf.
We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, asks for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a
Interesting
meeting scheduled
syncing
with
here.
Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
Yeah, they're considering pressing charges for a false story. Because you have to keep in mind, they ran a whole investigation on this. That's expensive. That uses department resources that could have been spent on real things. So I do think she should face charges for it, for sure. I just want to know what the motivation was. What the fuck was the point? No, I'm not watching the Lamina video on stream. I'm watching that on my own. Guess we'll see in 2 years. Yeah, guess so. Thanks, Resub. Think. Is she making an apology video? I certainly hope so. But right now, I think the best we're going to get is her lawyer saying that she feels bad about it. So please forgive her. She made a mistake. I love that they keep calling it a mistake, even though this is a premeditated plan. Like, she went through all stages of planning this fake story, and yet somehow it's just like a, you know, silly little mistake. Everyone makes these. Thanks, Resub. Zyth and Spud. I've never heard of who that is, Wizard. I can look it up, though. Thanks, Resub Dead. Thanks to Tier 1 Gabagoyle. Resub Carl. Hey, Carl. Oh, sure, yeah. Here, I can hop on right now. That's fucking awesome. Okay, yeah. I got you, Carl. Thanks to Prime Amplitude and the Resub Arthur. Really think she's just covering for stealing from work? That's kind of what I thought might be the case, but it doesn't... I don't know, it seems like a lot of hoops to jump through for that. It has to be something a little deeper. I think that's too surface level. Yeah, the One Piece live action trailer looked alright. It looked a lot better than I would have expected it to. Attentions, she wanted to be an Amber Alert. I guess it could be attention. It just seems like such an inefficient plan for attention. Thanks to the resub. Not a Cop and Robert. There's thousands of streamers with a loud mic. That doesn't exactly give me any indication of who it was. I don't think I've ever heard that name. I will check it out, though. Resub Reflex and Rob. And the Bits Tory. I've seen the ex-boyfriend theory as well, but I haven't found any like official sources to corroborate that being a real theory. Right now, a working hypothesis people on Twitter are running with this story is that she did this to try and get her ex-boyfriend back somehow. I guess the thought process would be like if he learned that I was kidnapped, he'd reach out to make sure I was okay and we could rekindle the flame. But I haven't really seen anything on that aside from on Twitter. Because that's a really stupid plan. It's X now, not Twitter. It's not fully X yet, right? I don't think they've... I don't know, I actually haven't really been on today. Let me see. No, it still goes by Twitter right now. It's just they have the logo changed. Did you see they want tweets to now be called Zeets? That's not a real source, though, that's circulating from. That's not a legitimate publication. So I take that with a grain of salt. I don't think they'll call them Zeets. What do you think they'll call them? I have no clue. There's nothing good you can do with X. There's no good terminology. He's gonna call them zingers. That's actually kind of hype. Actually, that would be pretty good. I think the Prime Rift in the 5 gift subs hungry. Thanks to resub Jabberwocky. Yeah, Legendary is one of the games that we were considering for Speedrun Challenge. I'm familiar. Thanks to resub Skinny. The dinosaur game community has some really disgusting types of people on it. What? The dinosaur game community. There's a community I'm not super familiar with. The dinosaur game community. Yeah, the only game that pops into my head is Ark for that. Thanks, Resub Epic. There's that new mech game. Oh, Exoprimal, true. I guess that'd be another one. Yeah, I'm an episode behind on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, though. What do you think of Remnant 2? I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's such an improvement over the first one. Yeah, I've got it pulled up over here, Wizard. I'll check it out later. You gonna play it tonight? Yes. We were playing it last night off stream, so we're quite a bit ahead of where we were last time on stream. Can we talk about Sweet Tooth? What we can talk about is Twisted Metal, yeah. Not in particular Sweet Tooth. It's always so cool going back to this one. Not in particular just Sweet Tooth, but the new Twisted Metal is coming out. T-minus 3 days, baby. Thanks, Resub Sarah. What's this one about? Take Saints Row dialogue and put it in a show, and then use loosely some Twisted Metal characters, and you've got this puppy. At least if the trailers are indicative of the whole show. Thanks, Resub. Everyone loves Ray. It's going to be worse than the Halo show. I don't think it'll be worse than Halo. I think it'll be comparable. I don't think it'll be worse, though. Thanks, Resub Tatsu. And the Resub Pylon. And he takes on the girl everyone is calling a podcast industry plant. Bobby. Bobby Althoff, I think is her name. Yeah. That is her name. This is interesting. Because it seems like she's had a TikTok audience for a long time. And now she's just really blown up because she got to do something with Drake. She got to interview Drake. And now she's interviewed Lil Yachty as well. I don't know if she's like a podcast industry plant, though. Because it seems like she's been grinding TikTok for a while. And both of these interviews were pretty enjoyable. Like, I didn't watch the whole things, but the clips I've seen were pretty enjoyable. She seems to really bring the best out of the guest. Thanks, Resub, Arrow, and Sram. So if she is a plant, at least she's delivering entertaining content. The whole awkward interview layout's been overused lately. Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's a bad format. If it has the guest open up and be enjoyable to listen to, then it's a fine format. Thanks for the gift sub, Celebrimbor. Why did Drake bother getting interviewed by her? Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know. I don't know how she would have landed this, which is why a lot of people are saying she's a plant. But it just seemed like he was having fun. Same with Lil Yachty. Like, let me give you an example. It's usually pretty hard to make celebrities have fun in a podcast setting or anything like that. Think back to when Ninja played Fortnite with Lil Yachty. I think he maybe said 10 words. I think maybe Lil Yachty said 10 words. Meanwhile, on her podcast, Lil Yachty was making jokes. And Lil Yachty was making me laugh. So, like, her format is working. Like, I think that's fine, even if she is a plant. At least it's interesting. Do you mean Drake, or did she also do this with Lil Yachty? Or did he also play with Lil Yachty? No, Ninja played with Drake and Lil Yachty. In fact, maybe she is a plant, and she has the same representative as Ninja. Because right now, she's going through the Ninja list of celebrities that he played Fortnite with. There's a deeper conspiracy for you. I'm connecting some forbidden dots here. Thanks the resub Happy and Klutz and the Prime Aiden and the Bits Arrow. You might want to explain what an industry plant is because people keep asking. Oh. Didn't realize we had some squares in here. An industry plant is basically someone that is artificially inflated in the space that's kind of paid for and influenced by the industry itself. You see it a lot in music, and now I guess podcasting if this is true. Here's the Prime Myers and the resub. Jason. Just don't know what agenda she'd be pushing. It's usually not pushing an agenda. It's usually just they artificially inflate someone that they completely control. Like, I can't think of any plants that went out there and started pushing, like, anything, really. Aside from just being under the complete control of the industry. Hey, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for resub Neon. It's basically like a puppet. Yeah, basically a puppet. I have not seen that one yet, Mood. Why would they do that unless they had an agenda? The agenda is money. What do you mean? That's the agenda. If you have someone that you can completely control and artificially balloon, you make a lot of money off of them. Thanks for resub, Zach. A good tell is when big companies are using in their comments. I don't exactly know what you mean, to be honest, with that one. Thanks for resub Snake in the Prime bot. I didn't know there was a sequel to it, Vaporeon, but of course I know Goodbye. Thanks to the resub Atomic. How is anything she did allegedly different from other content creators? Or whatever being beholden to their sponsors or advertisers? What? No, the reason people are tossing around, like, industry plant allegations is because she interviewed Drake out of nowhere and then immediately interviewed Lil Yachty next. So it's like a crazy ramp up from making TikTok content. I think she had 4 million followers, so she's big on TikTok. But to take a leap from TikTok content to podcasting with some of the biggest celebrities there is kind of crazy, especially out of nowhere. Like, how often does Drake hop in bed on video and do an interview, right? Like, it's just kind of, it's surprising. Like, it doesn't seem like an organic thing unless they happen to be like lifelong friends, but they seem to be complete strangers. Here's the bits cozy. Oh, I hope everyone liked Moonfall, and I'm wishing you the best, Cozy. Yeah, true, Tori. It's on TikTok. It's not. Thanks to resub red. And the resub Avery. Did you participate in Art Place this year? No, I'm not going to. Moonfall or Geostorm, which is better? Moonfall. Thanks, resub Joshy. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I saw this. Hold on, let me pull it up. So we have a follow-up to the Burger King story. The Burger King manager who was serving people French fries from a trash can has been arrested. They got her. Rightfully so. Food tampering is serious, man. That shit is actually, like, horrifying. You remember there was that viral trend of insufferable assholes licking ice cream at supermarkets and then just putting it back? Or, like, spitting into, like, drinks and then putting them back on the shelf? And they all faced, like, potentially serious charges. It's because food tampering is such an important thing to crack down on. And now she's getting slapped for serving trash can French fries, which is so weird. Like, French fries, like, it's not like there was any shortage of them. It's not like she was saving money by serving French fries out of the dumpster. But I love the trash can seasoning. Yeah, someone in chat made a great point, because when I first read this story, I said, like, how could you even tell it's Burger King? Haha, everything's fucking terrible there. It's all trash. There's no way you'd even know. And one guy in chat was like, well, that's how they knew it, because it tasted better, so they were suspicious. And it turns out they were from the trash can. It's a baffling crime. And hopefully she faces serious repercussions. Food tampering is serious. Do you guys know the history of why food tampering is so cracked down on? I don't even know why I'm asking this like I'm in some kind of fucking classroom setting. I'll just tell you. It's because there was a case a long time ago, I don't remember when. There was a case of some absolute menace, some fiend, started tampering with, I think it was Tylenol, and they poisoned it. And just poisoned a bunch of Tylenol across a bunch of different areas, and they never caught the person. And it was a huge problem because it led to deaths. And they couldn't trace anything because there was nothing tamper-proof. They just laced Tylenol and fucking killed them with cyanide. So they really busted down on all of it. Which is why food tampering carries such a big possible sentence. It was cyanide, right? That they laced the Tylenol with? I'm almost positive. Let me check. There were 7 deaths, and it was in October, or from September to October of 1982. And yes, it was laced with potassium cyanide. Did they ever find out who it was? No. There's a whole Wikipedia on it, though. The Chicago Tylenol murders. But because it was, like, widespread, they couldn't really track down who it was reliably. It was just, it's too hard. The trash can fries were an accident and she'll get off. Were they? I've seen conflicting reports on that. I haven't read this story from this source yet. Let's see. I don't think it was an accident. You don't accidentally serve someone dumpster fries. Let's see. Officers allege that Jamie Major, the location's assistant manager, put the discarded fries in the tray and added freshly cooked ones on top. The incident allegedly happened the same day as the previous argument. Which previous argument? Oh, from up here. For disturbance on July 9th when they got there. They found 2 women identified as customers arguing with staff. And they arrested the women, charging them with disorderly conduct. 2 days later, the department received a complaint that the fries had been tossed in the trash. Fries that had been tossed in the trash were being served to customers. That's what they're referring to. They'd been put in the garbage by the person who filed the complaint with the police. Major was arrested and is facing charges of malicious tampering with human food. She was being held on $20,000 bond, according to the Union County Detention Center. They received a statement from Burger King that said, "These allegations do not align with the brand's commitment to quality food and service and creating an exceptional guest experience. You have failed on all of these. You have failed on actually every single one of these fronts, Burger King. The franchisee of this restaurant is cooperating with local authorities and will take appropriate action based on the findings. As this remains an ongoing investigation, we are unable to share additional details at this time." There's a resub, Poggy, Key, Ryan, and Sing. Imagine going to jail for fries. She won't be alone. What's crazy is, within the last year, she will not be the only incarcerated criminal off of French fries. There was a guy wanted for murder. I think it was murder. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive it was murder. He had a warrant out for his arrest, and he was served cold French fries, and he was so offended at getting served cold French fries, he called the police. When the police arrived at the scene, they ran his details, found out he had a warrant out for his arrest, and then he was like, oh shit, this was a bad idea, and he ran away. The police tased him and took him into custody. All because he self-reported over cold French fries. I'm gonna double check. I think it was murder. I think he was wanted for murder. which is crazy. Like, he got away with murder and then it's like, cold fries? Nope. We've got to get the police down here ASAP. This is unforgivable. Yep, murder suspect. Yep. That was August of last year. Hold on, this one's making me turn on ad block. The footage of it is kind of crazy, too. Not that anything wild happens, he runs away and gets tased, but, like, he looks so befuddled that all of a sudden the whole situation turned on him. He really thought he was in the right over those cold French fries. Man, every single one of these is requiring ad block. They're really trying to cash in off this story here. Okay, there we go. Got one. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Jack. They weren't even cold, actually. I tried the fries. They were lukewarm. Room temperature fries. They weren't even like ice cold. He wanted that shit piping hot. Christ. Have you not seen this video? Oh, I have. I was the one that brought it up. Because I said the Burger King assistant manager isn't the only one in jail over French fries. He couldn't have just asked for a warm batch. I don't know. Apparently they got into a little argument or something. Owner was cussing at him, and I guess it got out of hand. He's a tier 1 Jackie, and the Prime Nicholas. Or the trash can fries at least warm. Might get a few years off her sentence. Good question. This article didn't say the temperature of the fries, but it's Burger King, so I think we can rest assured that not only were they unsalted, but they were also probably cold. We'll have to read the case files when they're released. How do you tell trash fries from normal fries at BK, though? You don't. They must have seen it. And I believe it was actually called in by somebody who watched her do it. So you had to visually see it. You'd never taste the difference at BK. Thanks the resub. Sick and perfect. And the bits arrow. The worst crime ever. It's definitely got to be up there. What is the minimum sentence for malicious food tampering? Hold on, I'm going to see. Okay, maximum is 10 years for tampering with consumer products. That's assuming there was no injuries. Which, I mean, you could maybe make a case for psychological damage knowing you ate from the Burger King trash can. Eating from a trash can's bad. Eating from a Burger King trash can, that's like biting into like raw plutonium. You're really rolling the dice. That's got to be the most radioactive fucking trash can ever. The dumpster behind Burger King, good lord. Filled with fucking gamma radiation. Yeah, it looks like maximum of 10 years. Though in Texas it could be up to 20, but this wasn't in Texas. Thanks a resub, Dad Bod. If you check the same news site, they have an article titled Manager, Assistant Manager Arrested During Operation Special Toppings. Where? Is this how they caught her? They had to have like a whole sting operation? They had like a van with a satellite dish parked outside the local Burger King here? Fucking binoculars out there with like a stakeout waiting? I'll search it up. Let me see. Operation Special Toppings nabs 2 pizza parlor employees. Oh, wow. How deep does it go? Oh, accused of using restaurant to make drug deals. That's so much different than just serving trash can fries. This is not the same. Thanks to resub Bingy Worldwide, Hunt, and the Gifts of Days. I can check that out. Andom. Would you ever do a fast food breakfast tier list? Man, that's fucking crazy. We did that last week. The video will be up either tomorrow or the next day. That's actually wild that you just threw that out cold turkey. We literally just did that. Thanks, Resub Zed. Thanks, Resub Rogue. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I will say there was some surprises on the breakfasts. I'll tell you what. Thanks for the Prime, Zinger, and the Resub, Zed, and Champ. Oh yeah, didn't we talk about that on stream, Jay? I'm pretty sure we did a while ago. Thanks, the Resub Obsessed. Alright, I'm gonna do some Remnant 2 now with the boys. I'm gonna take a little tinkle real quick. Be right back.